Hi, I'm Chuck the Movie Guy with a review of Captain Marvel. Marvel, it's a bit confusing. Now, we've had a bit of a Marvel drought at the movies. The last one was Ant-Man and the Wasp, which I recently rewatched. And I gotta tell you, I loved it even more. But I can't tell you how excited I was that Captain Marvel was finally here. Now, this worried me a bit because my expectations were so high, and I can't tell you how many times I go into the movies with high expectations, and then I'm just kind of going, eh. But from the opening credits, the audience was in full applause. And now, not for Captain Marvel, but for the Stan Lee tribute in place of the normal Avengers Marvel's logo. Now, since this is an origin story, it takes place here in 1989, low 90s, and we have a younger Nick Fury without his eye patch. Agent Coulson is new to S.H.I.E.L.D., and yes, they're calling it S.H.I.E.L.D., so the Iron Man S.H.I.E.L.D. name joke, it doesn't work in this timeline, but you know, I can forgive that. Now, Brie Larson, who is never actually called Captain Marvel in this film, is called Vers, because she has no memory of her past as Carol Danvers. She just woke up one day with powers, and she believes herself to be a member of the Kree, a warrior fighting against the enemy, the shape-shifting Skrulls. And the Kree tell her that they gave her these powers and they can take it away, and they're training her, and her mentor is Yon-Rogg, and he's played by Jude Law. And we soon find out she can fight without her powers, pretty much like the Black Widow. She's a tough cookie. She keeps getting flashbacks, though, of her past, and she uses her powers when she's not supposed to, and the big boss sends her on a mission where she ends up crash landing on planet C-53, or Earth, as you and I know it. Now, almost immediately, she runs into Nick Fury and Agent Coulson, and the action begins as they think she's crazy until a Skrull shows up and tries to kill her. Now, if you remember, Fury told us in a previous Avengers movie the last time he trusted someone, he lost an eye. So you know the eye patch origin is also coming. Now, I've seen a lot of posts online. People have seen the early screenings of this movie, and they're calling it underwhelming. Ho-hum is a few words I've seen. And you know, I say the exact opposite. This movie exceeded my expectations. I mentioned I was super hyped for this film, and I was worried, and you know, I can't wait to see it again this weekend. I thought it was fast-moving, tons of humor, great special effects, as we've known and become, and I've seen a lot of posts online about how mediocre the special effects are, but I completely disagree. But most importantly, it's extremely entertaining. Now, with a cast that includes Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn, Jude Law, Annette Bening, how can it not be? Hands down, Captain Marvel is the most powerful superhero in the entire Marvel universe, and I can't wait to see her again. And the world of 1990, it was great to revisit. It seemed like it was a lifetime ago. And also, it was great to see Djimon Hounsou and Lee Pace. They pop up in this movie. But more importantly, an Avengers Endgame end credit that made me scream out loud. I say nay to all these ho-hummers. I give Captain Marvel an A. It's marvelous. Yeah, I know. I'm like the 10 millionth person to use that line. But you know something? Go see it, have fun, laugh, but don't leave until that final end credit. I can't wait to see Avengers Endgame. Please hurry.